The 1904 Olympic Games, held in St. Louis, Missouri, are often remembered as one of the most chaotic and bizarre events in Olympic history. Originally planned for Chicago, the Games were moved to St. Louis to coincide with the World's Fair, officially known as the Louisiana Purchase Exposition. The decision to move the Olympics was driven by the organizers of the World's Fair, who wanted the prestige of hosting the Games as part of their grand exposition. Unfortunately, this decision led to a fragmented and poorly organized event that struggled to live up to the Olympic ideals. The 1904 Olympics were the first to be held outside of Europe, and they faced significant logistical challenges from the start. The long and costly journey to St. Louis deterred many athletes from participating, particularly from Europe. As a result, the Games were dominated by American athletes, with over 500 of the 651 competitors hailing from the United States. This lack of international representation led to a somewhat lackluster competition, with many events feeling more like national championships than a global Olympic gathering. One of the most notorious aspects of the 1904 Olympics was the marathon, which became a surreal and dangerous spectacle. The race was run in brutal conditions, with temperatures soaring above 32 degrees Celsius and the course consisting of dusty, unpaved roads. The organizers provided only 2 water stations along the 26.2-mile course, leading to severe dehydration among the runners. The combination of heat, dust, and lack of water turned the marathon into a grueling test of survival rather than athletic endurance. The marathon produced a series of bizarre and almost unbelievable incidents. The first runner to cross the finish line, Fred Laws, was initially declared the winner, but it was soon discovered that he had hitched a ride in a car for most of the race. Laws claimed it was a prank, and he was subsequently disqualified. The actual winner, Thomas Hicks, had to be carried over the finish line by his trainers after being given a mixture of strychnine, a rat poison, and brandy as a stimulant during the race. Hicks was in such a dire condition that he nearly died after the race. Another runner, Andorin Carvajal, a Cuban postman who had raised money for his trip by running the length of Cuba, had to stop during the race to eat some rotten apples from an orchard, which caused him severe stomach cramps. Despite these hardships, he finished 4th. Despite these many issues, the 1904 Olympics did feature some significant achievements. The Games saw the introduction of several events that are now Olympic staples, such as freestyle wrestling and the decathlon. It was also the first time that gold, silver, and bronze medals were awarded to the top 3 finishers in each event, a tradition that continues to this day. In the end, the 1904 Olympics were a strange and often farcical chapter in the history of the Games. They were plagued by poor organization, a lack of international participation, and a series of bizarre and dangerous incidents. Yet, they also represented an important moment in the evolution of the Olympics, helping to establish some of the traditions and events that would shape the future of the Games. The 1904 Olympics are a reminder of how far the Olympic movement has come, and how important it is to uphold the ideals of fair competition, international cooperation, and respect for all athletes.